tan and let's see in a magic way. Whenever.
Hi guys, welcome to Renuka's Mindful Fitness. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm Renuka and today's recipe is a quick and delicious oats and honey bread. I have mentioned all the ingredients in the description box below, so don't forget to check that. And now let's quickly begin with making a bread. We'll add around 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay. Always use these kind of measurements. Don't use the normal spoons, they give you the exact measurements and so you get the good results. Okay, get a nice mix, stir it nicely. The honey should get mixed well with milk and water, and make sure that the milk is lukewarm. Okay, we don't want it to be too hot. Now add around 2 teaspoons of instant dry yeast. You can use instant or active. Here I am using active dry yeast. Okay, that's 2 spoons and 1/4 spoon. 2 and 1/4 spoon of dry yeast. Now very lightly, just mix it through the milk so that it doesn't stay on top on the surface of the milk and water. And now cover it and keep it aside for 15 minutes. Now here I have around 2.5 cups of whole wheat flour. Okay, let's sieve it together first. Okay. So we'll sieve this 2.5 cup of wheat flour. Sieve it nicely. See, we don't want these, lumps to get inside our flour. Now here I have around 2 cups of maida. Now see, usually some people do make breads that are completely full of wheat flour, but why I'm using maida over here is the thing that the end result of the bread, okay, it will not be as soft and fluffy. It will give you a very dense texture like a cake. See, we don't want these lumps. It gives a very dense texture, and plus usually whole atta bread or wheat bread, if you see the professionals, they use the vital wheat gluten, which adds additional gluten to our dough, and it gives that lovely texture to our bread. Okay, that fluffy and light texture. But since it is not easily available in our markets, you usually get it on Amazon or any other online portal. So that's why we are using here maida, so that our bread rises well. Even though you add yeast, it is really difficult for a total wheat dough to rise with the help of yeast. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm using here partly maida and partly wheat. It's okay if you want to use 3.5 cups of wheat and just 1 cup of maida, that's all right. But the resultant texture and the look of the bread will not be the same. Okay, now we'll add salt to it, around 1 tablespoon. Okay, 1 tablespoon of salt. Okay, give it a mix. Okay, now we'll add, I've here taken around 1 cup of instant oats. You can even use old-fashioned rolled oats, but our rule, as I always say, make sure that you roast these oats before using them. So here goes in our oats. Give it a slight mix. Okay, now let's see if our yeast mixture is ready. See, our yeast mixture is ready. See how nice and frothy it is. See, this is how it should be. Okay, now I forgot to mention here, though I'll be uploading everything in the description box below, all the ingredients and all, but here I have taken around 1 cup of water and 1 cup of milk. Okay, lukewarm water and lukewarm milk, as in mix water and milk together. Heat it, like warm it. Don't heat it too much. We don't want very hot water because hot water kills yeast, so don't do that. We need lukewarm water and milk over here. And then we are going to add 2 and 1/4 teaspoon of yeast in this. Okay, always use, as I said earlier also, always use these measurements. Here they have given, see, this is 1 TSP, that is 1 teaspoon, so that's 2 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon of yeast that I have used here. Alright, and you have to cover it and keep it aside for 15 minutes for the yeast to activate. I have also added, as I said, I have also added honey to this. Some people use sugar, but if we add sugar as well as honey into this, it will kill yeast. A lot of sugar is also not good to activate yeast. Okay, so I have taken lukewarm milk and water, added honey first, stirred it well, and then we add yeast into this. Cover it and keep it aside for 15 minutes. Now we'll add this mixture to a flour. Now add everything together, the yeast mixture into this. Okay, then we'll add around 4 tablespoons of butter, 2, that's 3 and 4. Okay, so here we have mixed everything. Now start kneading a dough. Now for this we don't want a very sticky dough, as I've seen many recipes for this, and many people say that you need a very sticky dough or whatever, but really not required. That's what I feel. You don't have to make it a very sticky dough, because then it will take a lot of time for you to knead it and to get that nice elasticity in a bread. Okay, start making a dough. Kneading it for a while, our mixture is still little dry, so don't be hurry in adding water. पहले ही पानी मत ऐड कर देना इसमें, otherwise it will become too sticky. Now eventually slowly we'll add water into this. Make sure that whatever extra water that you're using into this, you're using lukewarm water, not the room temperature. And now start kneading a dough. Kneading it till you get a nice texture, smooth, nice and smooth. See, this is the way you need to stretch the dough, okay, to get that elasticity and get those nice gluten strings in your bread. Okay, keep kneading it for around 10 to 15 minutes slowly. Okay, at this stage you may feel, यार कौन 10-15 मिनट तक इसको knead करेगा, but don't do that. Some people, what they do, so that they don't have to knead it for a very long time, they start adding this flour into it, and then they end up having a very crumbly and dry bread. So don't do that. This sticky dough, you have to make it into soft and palleable dough. This is how the smooth our dough should be. Now just grease it with oil, the top portion, so that it doesn't become dry. Grease it nicely. Now take a wide bowl like this and again grease it with oil. Okay, and make sure that the bowl is quite big, because when we keep our dough, okay, for proofing, it is going to raise at least till this level. So make sure that the bowl is quite big enough. Okay, double the size of the dough. Now cover it with a damp cloth or a kitchen towel. The damp, it shouldn't be very wet, it should be just damp. Just cover it and keep it in the microwave or in the oven. Obviously you don't have to put it on, we just need a dark and warm place for it to proof nicely. Okay, so keep it aside in the microwave or in the oven for around 1 hour. It's been 1 hour and now let's see if our dough. Wow, look at that. Mom just dust some flour so that our dough doesn't stick. Okay, not much, that is fine. And start kneading the dough nicely. Make a log, fold it, okay, make a log, again fold it. This is the method you will need this dough. Okay, all right, now what you have to do is punch it, remove all the air, excess air that has been there while proofing. Again make a log, fold it, knead it. Punch it one more time. Okay, and wait. And roll it. Roll it tightly. Okay, now just give it one this roll, and now you can see these two ends. Okay, we will just close it this side as well. Okay, and now pinch this end so that you get a nice smooth base for your bread. Okay, pinch this side also. Okay, now very carefully we will keep this in the loaf pan. Give it a nice shape. Should look nice and smooth. Now here I have taken around 9 by 5 inch of loaf pan. Okay, it's quite huge, but it's perfect for this measurement. Okay, now this loaf pan of mine is black in color. You will easily get this in the market. Just grease it with butter and then dust some flour in it. Though it's a non-stick pan, but I still prefer doing this technique. Now just slightly and very lightly keep the dough into this and press it down. Okay, and now again we will proof this. Just cover it with a damp cloth like you did it for your first proofing and keep it aside for 1 more hour. Okay, see how well it has proofed, isn't it guys? See this, have a look. Now what you have to do is just apply very lightly with the help of a spoon or a brush. Just apply milk on top and we'll sprinkle some oats. Okay, now I've applied some milk on top with the help of a brush. Now sprinkle some oats to give it a nice look. You can use old-fashioned rolled oats or even instant oats, that's all right. Here, sprinkle them all over. Okay, now while you're doing this, make sure that just when 10 or 15 minutes are left for your second proofing, to get over. Just put your oven on preheating at 180 degrees Celsius for around 10 minutes, so that you don't want your dough to get dry or anything. Okay, so preheat it at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, and then we'll bake it for around 30 to 40 minutes at around 180 degrees Celsius. Now if you're using a dark loaf pan like I have this of black color, make sure that the temperature doesn't go beyond 180 degrees Celsius, or you'll end up burning the loaf. If you're using the aluminum one, then you can keep the temperature at 200 degrees Celsius. When you're baking this bread, if you feel that there are cracks forming on top, or the bread is becoming too brown too soon, after 20 minutes of baking, just cover it up with a silver foil and again put it inside for the remaining time. Okay, here our lovely bread is ready. See how nice and brown it is. Wow, I'm so happy. See, this is how it looks. Exactly, if you follow my instructions, okay, keep it on 180 degrees Celsius and let it be, just be there in the oven. Don't I know you will have that urge of opening the oven and seeing how the bread looks. Please don't remove it out. Okay, all you have to do is, so that it bakes evenly on both the sides. See the way my cake is baked. Okay, on both the sides. See, on this side as well. So what you need to do is, halfway through, as in after first 20 minutes, just turn the bread loaf around, rotate it and keep it, so that it gets baked evenly on both the sides. Now what you have to do is, the upper crust, okay, obviously we have baked it, so it must be a little bit hard. It will get smooth and soft once it cools down, but for that extra taste and texture, apply some butter. Okay, just lightly. Once you apply butter on it, just take a nice clean kitchen napkin, okay, and keep it covered for around 10 minutes, okay, in the in the pan. Don't be in hurry to remove it from the pan. Just keep it in the pan for 10 minutes covered with a cloth like this, and after that demold it. Okay, now let's demold it. Okay, here, see how nicely it is baked and so soft it is, isn't it? See the length. See how this is how it looks. Now it's still warm. We need to cool, we want this to cool down a bit more, for around half an hour more. When it's completely cooled down, then we'll cut the slices. Now let's cut the bread. See, always use a serrated knife like this. These are the bread knives or serrated knives which are used for slicing the cakes or the breads. Okay, with the help of the serrated knives, you'll get good slices. Now let's cut the bread. Okay, the moment of truth. Alright, so the first slice is out. Here it's still little warm, but okay. Now the next slice. Be very patient, hold the loaf nicely and cut it. See, our first slice, how nice it looks. Can you see the pores here? Just like a soft and nice bread. See this? It's still very warm. See what a lovely color it has got, the texture, and trust me, it's much better. Now the color that you see of this bread, we have not put any preservatives, any colors, anything into it. This is just a genuine purely of whole wheat flour. Outside what they do, they put lot of emulsizers, they put raising agents, lot of raising agents, they even put colors into it to give that nice brown color. So yes, this is a healthy and lovely homemade honey and oats bread ready. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back again with some more healthy recipes for you all. Till then, stay healthy, stay fit. Bye bye.